Hello, in this video, I would like to talk about Philip Morris International and their plan to stop selling Marlboro cigarettes in the coming decade. Now, the United Kingdom as a whole has made a pledge that by 2030, they would like to be smoke-free. This is an ambitious goal that may or may not be achieved, but just the attempt alone is newsworthy. Now, in 2016, the UK government enacted a law which stated that all cigarettes were to be sold in plain packaging. This is to discourage people from buying the product. Now, the fact that Philip Morris International wants to stop the sale of their cigarette product shows a couple things. It shows that corporate social responsibility happens when governments take responsibility for their citizens. Corporate social responsibility happens as a result of governments acting first in the best interest of their citizens. Without this initial governmental push, I do not believe effective corporate social responsibility can take place. I do not think that Philip Morris International would act on its own to effectively eliminate the sale of their cigarettes without this governmental push to curb that behavior. Now, this attempt at ending cigarette smoking by the UK is also significant on an international level because it shows that part of Europe has without a doubt continued its divergence from the United States. I've covered other behaviors between the United States and Europe, which I believe demonstrate a growing divide between Western Europe and the United States. It seems that Western Europe has taken it upon themselves to act in a upstanding, moral way and protect its citizens, not only from public health threats, but the threats of climate change as well. Whereas the United States has failed to do so. Now, it is also noteworthy that Philip Morris International intends to shift their company's focus away from the sale of tobacco products and into other industries, such as their acquisition of an inhaler company for billions of dollars. Now, this is noteworthy because it shows that if a company really wants to, they can effectively transition from one negative industry in which they originally started as and into a more socially acceptable industry that will have a future going on for many decades to come. Taking this lead, the corporations of the United States should not fear a transition into the future. Although the United States seems to be largely guided by the stock market and shareholders, they should understand that in the long run, it would benefit their shareholders if they would make a transition into industries of the future that may be looked at as fringe or not practical today, because in the coming decades, those fringe industries will become mainstays of the global economy. So, I applaud Philip Morris International and the government of the United Kingdom for taking steps, however uncomfortable in the present time, to protect their citizens. Because if we take a step back, we will see that the World Health Organization has estimated that smoking causes 8 million deaths a year. So if we can take steps to limit this behavior, we can play a large role in saving people's lives.